Hey guys, here's another part of me building the mountain. This is a video that I've been having the most fun with so far. So let's get started. First, decided to do the actual tunnel piece. Now I decided to use 1/2 inch foam, which is like not really good to cut, as you can see from these photos. I did not do well at first, but then I got used to it. I decided to do the tunnel portals first by tracing them. I also decided to put a piece of foam in front of the piece that's already been completed, just so I can have an idea of where my next little piece will be. Using a pen, I was able to trace it, then I was going to be able to cut it. Yep. And now I'm going to be using this foam tack glue, which is going to be also used for incline decline, but I decided to use it for this. Now I decided to change my ideas and turn it upside down just so I can get a better idea of where I need to put it, which actually worked way better than I thought it would have been. So there's that is all done with that piece. Now it's time to do the other part. I used more Menards newspaper to make this. Now I wanted to have a little bit of a scenery thing on top of like a little cliff or edge, so I took another piece of foam that is 1/2 inch and then did that. I also decided to put paper that is Menards over this, just so I can also plaster it as well, because it will be painted later. Using some more blue tape here, I was able to make it a bit more nicer inside, and I did make sure to do the inside as well, I'm pretty sure. Here's me doing some plaster cloth. Now, plaster cloth, man, we'll get to that later. As for the rock molds, I say I'd use this about 4 or 5 times. I did this step, and I'm really happy I did because the mountain piece is of course really big. As for the plaster cloth, I had to keep going back to more model train stores to get some more. I used about 3.5 rolls of plaster cloth, which is a bit wild actually. Now for the paint. The paint I'm using are the 3 original colors from the last part, which is concrete, stone gray, and earth undercoat. I also decided to paint the tunnel portals just so it doesn't have that cheap or plain gray look. Now it's time for the turf and scenic cementing. I also decided to buy medium gray blend ballast. Now I know this is used for tracks, but I decided to have a little bit of rock detail on there, like little rocks that are particles that are on in the mountain. And yeah, here's me turfing the ground, which was actually a bit difficult at sometimes, like I said in the previous part, where the grass does not want to be shaken very well. Luckily I had my good old pal, the wind, to help me with that one there. I also decided to add some of this gravel or actually ballast, you know what I mean. And yeah, it's going to be about it for this part. Stay tuned for the bonus.